Good morning, Holy Brothers! Thank you very much for joining us on our pathway to peace inside the Garden of Peace. If you're following along, we're on page 37. It's page chapter 2. And today's lesson is called Crushing, Clobbering Comments. Here we go. This chapter right now teaches one of the most fundamental, foundational issues of Shalom Bayis, of peace in the home. And right before we jump into it, we're going to share a little story of somebody who came to Rabbi Shalom Arush. Here we go. He came to me with a long list of things that he does for his wife. This guy sat down every single night and said, "Honey, what's bothering you? Honey, what would you love to talk about? Honey, I'm giving you my time. Would you like to play a game? You want to watch your favorite show? You want me to do the dishes for you?" He was so attentive to her. And he did every single thing that she needed. He did everything that she wanted. And he bought her everything that she even thought about she might want was already on the table for her. He spoiled her to no end, up to wazoo. Apparently, what would you think she should be? Happiest woman in the world! But no, his wife, he came to her and he said, "Rabbi, she is miserable. She is so annoying. She's whining all the time. I hope she just goes. Anyway, she's so miserable. She's always complaining. They don't have peace in the home. What are we going to do? Why is she mad at me if I'm doing every single thing that she loves? I'm buying her everything she wants. I'm giving her all the time." This lesson is called Crushing Comments, just in case it restarted. So what is going on? He asked Rabbi Shalom Arush. Why is my wife not happy if I'm doing everything she wants that she could ever dream of? So, to my dismay, Rabbi says, the phenomenon is quite familiar. It was so clear to me why this husband had such a trying and turbulent home. I told him it was just very simple. His frequent comments about everything that she does, just the words out of his mouth, even if they weren't criticizing, they were just commenting on what she does. It was destroying her happiness. By the look in his eyes, as soon as he said that to him, he knew that he was right on target. Hit the bullseye. All the gifts, all the niceties in the world are not worth a constant stream of comments that are coming out of his mouth. A wife of a critical husband is broken, depressed, pained, and has no vitality inside of her. One of the most important foundations of peace in the home of Shalom Bayis is that a husband should never, what? Never criticize his wife. Doesn't matter what she's doing is wrong. And no, what else? Besides criticisms? Comments. What do comments mean in your own words?
Subtle suggestions.
Suggestions
means you're judging.
Are telling you to do something. Comment can even just be saying something is a certain way without a negative twist to it.
Like
just by stating something.
What's an example?
I see you cook French toast for dinner. That's a comment, right? It doesn't have to be necessarily good
awesome.
or bad. It is. Right, so to you it might be awesome. But if you're saying it, how can she take it? You tell me. He's thinking, I only made French toast for dinner. What does he think? That's a breakfast food? He doesn't think I know how to make dinner. What does he want, like a 5-course meal? He's expecting steak tonight. What's wrong with you? Why can't I make French toast for dinner? You're dead in the water.
So you got another fruit holder.
I
Awesome.
see. Observation. Tell everybody how that ended up for you.
That's great.
Comments. We're not saying criticisms. You should be a no-brainer. You got to be dumb as a doorknob to say, "Oh, I hate that you made French toast for dinner." We're saying just saying, "I see you made French toast for dinner." It's a comment, and the comment will kill her from the inside out. You want to discuss it, you want to debate it, my pleasure, no problem. We go on for years. But just at least understand in your mind and in your heart, and you know that you should not be making criticisms or even comments themselves. Take that for now, and then we'll run with it. Before we clarify and elaborate this principle, there are some notes I have here on the bottom for the first time that I wrote and read through this. I'm just going to read it to you as well. So, at first, many men have so much trouble when they talk to me, when they call me, when we learn together. They have so much trouble understanding this point. They say, but what if she stays up too late at night and then she has trouble waking up in the morning? You know, can I just tell her, like, I see you're tired, and wouldn't it be helpful if we went to sleep at, like, 11 instead of 1 o'clock in the morning? What if she's eating something unhealthy and then she tells me she's so fat, or she tells me she's not feeling good? I can tell her, maybe we can eat healthy. I'm not judging you, but like, you tell me you don't feel good. I'm trying to help you. I'm literally trying to be here to be the one to help you. What if she is violating a direct prohibition in the Torah on Shabbos? Let's say she's turning lights on. Let's say she's picking out the bad from the good when she's eating, and she doesn't know better. You're just being there to be your helper, no? Shouldn't you explain to her, say, I love you so much. I'm not here to criticize you, but we can learn this together so we can know how to act better. What about if she's not treating the children properly? What if she's cursing in front of them? And you don't want the kids to use curse words when they grow up. So say to her, honey, I don't mind if you curse, but like when we're in front of the kids, wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't you love it more if our kids weren't using this language because they didn't hear it from you? What if she wants to paint your bedroom bright pink with yellow polka dots, and it's going to look disgusting, and the friends who come over are going to think that she's nuts for doing it that way? You're only trying to save her trouble. You're trying to make her not be pained in the long run. What if she's always running late for appointments that she needs to get to, and she can't hold a job because she's never on time? Shouldn't you tell her we should wake up earlier? Shouldn't you tell her we should leave a little bit earlier? What if she wants to keep spending more money and you don't have the money and she has no idea? So you want to tell her, listen, honey, I only get $20,000 a month, and your budget is $30,000 a month. You're going to stores every day. I love you. I want to give you everything, but I just don't have that kind of money. And every month we're running into more credit card debt. All these things on surface value seem like you're being a good husband. If anybody had never learned this class before, this is what they tell me. Like, I'm not doing it to make her feel bad. I'm really, literally, legitimately trying to help her. I love her tremendously, and I want the best for her. So all these things shouldn't be easy if I say it in a nice way, in a loving way. If it comes from a kind heart, shouldn't it be that I could say it nicely and kindly? What do we say to every single one of these questions? No! No! Stop it! Shut your mouth! Don't you dare! Please, for the love of God, do not open your mouth. You are never, and I mean never, ever, 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 allowed to comment and criticize on her actions or what she's saying.
Basically, the way to be in your house is as follows.
A little louder.
Speak when spoken to.
And wait, but how should you speak?
But it always, in the non-comment, just if you're there to listen, that's your job. If she asks you something, then you answer, but as long as it's positive.
Positive. You can bring great news into the home.
So better just to always be quiet unless she speaks to you and it's something good that you have to say. That's it. Otherwise...
That's a very good lesson, a very good point. I would like to add, but when something good happens, share that with her.
Right.
When something is exciting, when you walk in that door, what kind of a tsunami do you want to be bringing in with you?
Right.
Do you want negative energy to boomerang around the house and destroy every vase, break every bulb that's going to be shattering and smashing?
I had this friend who, it's funny because you said always share something positive, never anything negative, right? Because never share anything.
With your wife?
With your wife. So he got into this fender bender that cost $1,000 to fix, and all of a sudden he got a bonus from his job that's $1,000. I guess he, in his eyes Jewish hashkafa, yeah, just perfect.
Out of nowhere.
And then he tells his wife, "Yo, look at this hashkafa." She's like, "So basically, what you're telling me is we lost $1,000."
Boo! How is she gonna get? Not how you're feeling it. Not how you. What is your wife gonna feel about it when you open your mouth? Oh my gosh, that's amazing! Or you schmugaggy. Now we're out. That money we get out of our pockets. Do not ever expect her to have the kind of reaction that you want to have. They're totally different creatures.
Because it's funny because before I learned this class, I would have thought I gotta share this hashkafa with her,
Only positivity. If it's going to make her happy, you're going to put a smile on her face. But otherwise, you're shooting poisonous, flaming arrows across the room straight into her heart. That is literally what you're doing. Be careful what you're saying. You want her to be happy, great. But anything that happens bad to you at work, she doesn't need to know that. Go talk to your friend if you need to get it off your chest. Talk to a therapist. Talk to a rabbi or talk to God. And get it out. Get a punching bag if you need to let some energy and steam off. It's great. You should have outlets. We're not saying bottle things up. That is the worst thing you can do. It'll destroy you from the inside out. Stress is a number one killer.
Can we get a punching bag?
Absolutely. Why not?
I don't know, that's like a
letting off
like
energy. My son is what's it called? I can't even think of the word right now. He has too much energy, so he needs to get it out in all these places. So in class, he's the only one in school that has an arch on the bottom of his chair. He has a rocking chair. He has a bouncing ball to sit on. He has a trampoline he can jump off. He can run up and down the halls if he needs to. Get the energy out in a good way so it doesn't come out in a negative way. Otherwise, if he's going to be in the classroom and he has nowhere else to put it, it's going to destroy the classroom. It'll come out in all the wrong ways, and it'll be destructive, destroying, compromising in all the wrong ways. So put your energy in a good place. Go running, go for a swim, get a boxing, whatever you need to, and talk to God. Don't keep it bottled up. Express it. I'm here for you if you need. Call me, talk about it. But don't you dare go, why would you want to give that to your wife so that she's going to be upset with your negative energy? Is that what you want to live with in your house? You want somebody who loves you, who's going to be kind to you, who's going to be caring to you, who's going to talk great words. You set the tone for your home. Don't bring it there. Don't destroy it. Understand that marital peace is impossible as long as the husband continues the criticizing and commenting to his wife about everything she does, especially if she's doing it. Every tiny comment is a crack in the wall of marital bliss. And the more and more cracks you have, eventually everything is going to come down and crumble around you to the ground, God forbid. Thank you very much for listening and learning and living these lovely words. And with that, have an awesome, audaciously amazing rest of your day.